Hi, I'm John.
And I'm Kirsten. Thanks for checking out our adoption video. In 2012, I got pregnant, which was a surprise. And if you've ever been in that situation before, you can know that it can be scary. But we were at a good place in our life, so we were gung-ho about it. But then I ended up miscarrying, and that was hard. It was really hard. But the progression through that and that whole journey really strengthened our relationship.
We got reproductive treatment, tried a few different ways to have our own kid, and when we realized that it just wasn't going to happen, we decided we should go all in on adoption.
We decided after a couple years that it would be better to stop and put our heart and our effort into adoption so we could give a house to children, or a child and children that need a home.
We've always wanted to adopt at least one of our kids. We kind of always thought it would be our second kid, but we're definitely all in for our first now.
We met on our first day of freshman orientation at college. We were in the same orientation group.
We got to know each other through our freshman year, and we became really close friends. Then we kind of became best friends, and I feel like our relationship has just been a constant evolution.
I knew that he liked me and that I obviously liked him, and so, I was trying to scheme, like, how can I get us to hang out alone? And so one night, he was asking me, have you ever had a Frosty from Wendy's? And I'm like, yeah, they're gross. But I knew if I said no, that he would be like, we need to go get one. So I said no, and I choked down that Frosty, and I didn't tell him until probably we were engaged or married that I don't like Frosties, but I did it because I liked him.
Having a romantic relationship, becoming engaged, getting married, starting a family, it's all just kind of been a natural progression of things. And it's going great so far. Kirsten is a really fascinating individual, and I really value that I get to see a side of her that nobody else does.
John is an intellectual. He is constantly learning and loves to share his knowledge with others.
She's very polite and sometimes a little shy, but once you get to know her, she's really quirky, she's funny, kind of weird, but in a good way.
Always trying to make people laugh. He has some of the stupidest jokes, but ultimately when we first met, that's what drew me to him, was his sense of humor. And it's true.
She's very caring. People are one of the most important things in her life. She's very devoted. I always feel loved.
John is really caring about me and about people in general, and he wants to lift them up, and I always say he's a bigger feminist than I am, which is awesome to have for a spouse because they lift you up.
She's very patient. I think that's going to come in handy. What are you doing?
We have to pause so I can make out with this romantic.
Oh, no, that's not happening.
I'm looking forward to the simple things like baking cookies with my child. I'm also looking forward to teaching our child about the world around them. So going camping for the first time, watching them catch their first fish, going biking around our block, just, being out in nature and having fun with it.
I'm looking forward to raising a global citizen who is accepting of all cultures and people and religions and lifestyles, and really just trying to lead by example, but also at the same time really doing the best that I can to help a human being grow up into an individual. And I think that's just going to be absolutely fascinating and probably the most rewarding thing I ever do.
So we're hoping to do an open adoption, and so both John and I really want to be able to connect with the birth family of our child. So we do birthdays together, or celebrations, or even if it's just letters and emails at first. We want to be able to have our child know their family. Because that's where they came from. It's part of them.
I'm really excited about adoption because it seems like just an amazing way to help a family. And I just feel really lucky that we have the opportunity to do it. And I'm excited to adopt not just a child, but a culture. So I think that something that goes hand in hand with wanting to raise a global citizen is that, you know, there's the possibility that we might have a transracial adoption. And even if we don't, it's really important for us to expose our child to other cultures. You know, there's differences from family to family. So that means integrating traditions, foods, music, holidays, you know, not just exposing our child to their heritage, but integrating that with our lives. Because it's really important to us that we're adopting the child holistically. We don't want there to be a them and us mentality. We really want it to be, we're all coming together as a family, and this is now our joint heritage. Thanks for taking a little time to get to know us.
We wish you the best on your journey, and if you're interested in talking to us, we'd love to hear from you. Thanks.